It is July 16th. My name is Michael, and we're going to talk about some stuff going on in gaming right now. While I was on vacation, a new version of the Switch has been announced that focuses purely on the mobile aspect of the Switch. You can't dock it, and it's a little bit smaller with a little bit better battery life. That's going to be released basically in tandem with the new Pokemon game that's coming out this fall. Does that interest you guys? I already have a current Switch, and I like the ability to be able to switch back and forth, though if I'm being honest, I do use the mobile mode a lot more with the way that my lifestyle works. Does the new model at $199 seem cool to you guys? There's a couple things that won't work on this model because of the lack of the Joy-Cons being detachable, so some games won't work really well, but there's potentially a market for this device still. Speaking of Nintendo Switch, we're still kind of living in the post-Mario Maker 2 era, where there's Mario Maker 2 levels being made and played by so many people all over the world. I personally am having a lot of fun with that. Have you guys played any levels? Hey, if you want me to play some of your levels, go ahead and share me your level codes. I'll give it a shot. I'm not afraid to, and if it's something cool, I can maybe throw a video up on the site. Continue on with the trend of Nintendo. Another thing that's been dominating a lot of the news cycles that I see and the stuff that I care about is, man, Nintendo seems really proud of their new Fire Emblem Three Houses game. A lot of times you can tell how excited a developer is about their game and how confident they are that it will be good by how early the NDA, the non-disclosure agreement on whether the press can cover it or not early, is right before the game comes out or a long time before the game comes out. And 2 or 3 weeks before the release date of Fire Emblem Three Houses, we're seeing lots of news and people talk about this game. It seems like it is dense and long and awesome, both in story and in game mechanics. And I have loved the Fire Emblem series since Fire Emblem Awakening on the 3DS. And I am looking forward to this game so much. Are any of you guys planning on picking it up? In other news, one of the games that I highlighted during our E3 coverage as being something that I wanted to watch was a game called Remnant from the Ashes. Today, the developer of that game posted a video called Remnant from the Ashes, Gaming with Gunfire, that gives a little bit of a look at some of the level design and a boss fight that's in the game. Now, we got to see some things that look really cool about this and some things that give me a little bit of apprehension. So the premise of the game is that it's a third-person shooter that's a loot shooter, think of like Destiny or Division, but also it has a lot of elements in both art style and theme of like Bloodborne with a lot of Lovecraftian monsters, some really cool art direction there, and boss pattern recognition similar to something that's in the Souls series of games, but once again with a lot of the like loot driven and shooting kind of things that are popular right now in the zeitgeist. The thing that I'm the most nervous about right now is that it seems like a lot of the things in the game are procedurally generated and they're meant to be repeated over and over. Now, I prefer levels that are handcrafted and designed to be a certain way with level balance and such. I have enjoyed games that are procedurally generated, but that does give me a little bit of apprehension as we see that game, which is set to be released August 20th. I'm still looking forward to it, though. Another thing that looked exciting to me was that, and this has been out for a while and rumored for a while, but we got to see some more concrete evidence that it seems there is a new Lord of the Rings massively multiplayer online game coming out sometime in the future. It's being developed right now. What does a massively multiplayer game look like fresh out of the gate in 2019 or 2020 or whenever this game comes out? I don't know. But as a fan of the genre, I'm excited to see what they can do. And Lord of the Rings Online was really cool. I liked it a lot, and I actually thought about picking it up again recently. I guess also worth noting as a side note, there is a new Monkey Ball game announced today, but it looks like it is potentially a remake of the Wii Super Monkey Ball game. And that doesn't excite me that much. There was a Super Monkey Ball game that came out on the GameCube that I thought was amazing, and I played it a ton, but I'm not seeing so much excitement for this new Monkey Ball game that was just announced, but I guess we'll see. To wrap it off, we'll talk about the new releases that are coming this week, which right now just seem to be the game Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. Now, the Ultimate Alliance games were big right after the X-Men Legends games of the same developer and the same kind of playstyle, which is like a third-person semi-RPG, mostly action game, kind of like a Diablo Light, but without the loot. I don't know how that will translate to a modern context, especially since some of the draw of the original two games was that you were getting to see all of the superheroes that you liked as a superhero fan in the same place. But this is something that's a lot more commonplace now, specifically, obviously, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That being said, I'm still excited to see what this game turns out to be. I liked playing the other games. It's cool if you like superheroes, especially if you like Marvel superheroes, to be able to kind of do this kind of thing. But from what I've seen from people who played it so far right now, I don't really know whether it's going to take the world by storm. But it could be one of those games that you pick up on a budget later on that's really cool. And that's all I've got right now. If I find out any other cool gaming news or highlights or something that's slipping through the cracks that I may want to spotlight myself, make sure to come back to this channel to do it. If you want to get notifications about when I post videos, you can subscribe right now and hit that bell button, and you'll know about all the new gaming news as I find out about it. You can also check out some of the other content on this channel, maybe music reviews, other gaming content, some comic book stuff. It's up to you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you think I missed something or you want to give your take on one of the stories that I brought up today, go ahead and leave a comment below. This particular type of video is a little bit different than what I'm used to doing, but I'm thinking that it has a place in the gaming kind of coverage right now because there's a lot of places where you can get a ton of long, in-depth discussions, not a lot of places to get really quick, focused gaming content for people that don't have as much time. If that's something you're looking for, I'm really hoping to fill that need for you, and I hope that you can come along for the ride. Thank you for watching.